Alright, dark stream. Alright, go I'm gonna find the audio now. Cause I want to get the full quality, you know. Yo, don't pay me no mind in there there. That's just an inside joke. Full quality. That's crazy. PBC Jamaica. Commissioning ceremony. Full speech of the Prime Minister. Here we go. Yeah, but speed it up a little bit, you know, people. Because I don't know how long I'm going to talk for, but more everybody hear the fullness of what he actually say at this ceremony.
Most honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Welcome to the live, people. Can't show myself on screen it on the YouTube. Pay attention to what is being said, yes? TikTok, big up.
What a beautiful audience. Allow me to do the formalities and recognize the hardest working Minister of Water, the Honorable Samuda, Minister with our portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Allow me as well to recognize your Member of Parliament, Robert Bobby Montague. Allow me to recognize all the other councillors who may be here from the St. Mary Parish Council and as well from the St. Anne Parish Council who have joined us in celebration. Mr. Omar Sweeney, who are Chairman of the Rural Water Supply.
Just flip the camera, man. Me there, man.
Mr. Chairman. I was particularly impressed with the performance of the students from the Mason Hall Primary and Infant School, particularly the little ones who did the rendition of Karamiaki while in Still Market. And of course, you, the wonderful people of Mason Hall. And let me thank you for the very enthusiastic and robust welcome and greeting. I know that you were so much happy to see me, but you are very happy to have the commissioning of water in this community. It is with a profound sense of purpose and pride that I join you for the commissioning of the Mason Hall Water Supply Project, a flagship initiative under the Government of Jamaica, Caribbean Development Bank, Rural Water Supply Improvement Project Phase 1. This not only represents a milestone for the people of Mason Hall, but it is also a symbol of the kind of development we believe in. We believe that development must be inclusive. Everyone must be involved, whether you are living in urban areas or in rural communities. It must be equitable, meaning it must be fair. Not because you live in a rural community, meaning that you get rural quality water supply. No, everybody must get good supply of water, and it must be transformational. When we make our investments, it must have a distinct and appreciable difference in the lives of the people who will benefit. So I know that all the households in Mason Hall will see a transformation in their household, in their daily lives. Those who would have had to carry water on their heads will no longer need to do so. Those who would have to buy water from the water truck, you would no longer have to do so. You can now have water in your kitchen and water in your shower. Today, we are celebrating the fulfillment of a commitment that no community in Jamaica will be left behind. that basic services like potable water should be accessible to every citizen, regardless of their geographic location. For us, it is a matter of dignity.
Listen up.
That every Jamaican should have access
Listen up.
to potable water.
Listen up.
It is not only a matter of pride and dignity, but it is an economic necessity. Providing you with water in an efficient and reliable way improves your productivity. Consider the time that you waste carrying water to your house. Consider the income that you waste having to purchase water. Consider not having the inconvenience of not having water and how that will improve the quality of your life. But having water is...
I think all of those things are excellent things to consider. But it's the timing of it for me. How many places has there been water selling and certain persons have been benefiting from that water being sold? Certain persons that is allegedly connected to the status quo. But it's an election year and an election is about to be called, so you know, we know what time it is. We know what time it is. We understand.
Of your health. How much more healthy you would be if you didn't have the stress about pouring water and carrying water and toiling to bring water to your home, but to do simple chores. So for us, water is a matter of dignity. It's a sense of giving you the access to basic services, but especially for our young people. They see it as a sign of modernity. Modern living means having water in your house. And we can't say we are in 2025 and so many of our households don't have water in their shower. So the people of Mason Hall are rightfully proud and happy to finally have access to clean, reliable water.
Live right now.
It has been a dream deferred for many years.
Now
we can celebrate it as reality achieved. So I want to speak to the scale of what we're doing here. With this project, we're expanding water access to an additional 900 new customers. So 900 households in this region that didn't have water before
that was the group call that's on YouTube.
Of this service will now have water.
We have things to
and
do
this is on top of the existing 4,273 residents already connected through the broader interventions by the Rural Water Limited and the National Water Commission. This includes 3,173 residents who are receiving significantly improved service and 1,100 new customers brought on through earlier processing. So effectively, this commissioning must be seen in the context of work that has already been done that would have previously brought on 4,273 new persons onto the national grid. And now, with this, we are putting on another 900. It is important for me to place these facts on the table because in a democracy, it is the right of every citizen to express their opinion and indeed to express their frustration. And it is ultimately...
So I'm just know that. In a pandemic when you expressing opinion, although it was unfavorable and disrespectful, is his comments. A girl when express her opinion in a pandemic and say, if you come down now and then tired of you and she a labor right, then kill her in her house. Never hear you address that. Then kill her in her yard. Because she come from a labor right side. I never hear you condemn that. So how comes freedom of speech is supposed to be something all of a sudden? It sounds good, you know. But in a key time, them when if you say something, when I hear it. Mum's the word. But let's continue. Mum's the word. Election time no man. So say all of the things them. where no say if said just like the last time when I ran election, yeah, we know, we understand. We get it. We get it. Let's continue. Trust me, we get it.
The right of every citizen to express their opinion, their frustration, or their elation in the ultimate expression of their freedom, which is their ballot. However, it is also the duty, as it is the right of every citizen, to express their opinion, their frustration, or their happiness based upon facts, based upon
obviously not watch my video.
context, based upon reason, rather than on
I spoke about
emotion.
that program, but I'm not talking about that right now.
And as a politician now, 27 years elected, and having to deal with
That's why you can't
constituents
speak for something you're not knowledge
and
of.
voters,
You can't speak, but you don't have full
understand
context of what going on.
the incredible level of frustration that exists in the Jamaican electorate. And that frustration is so widespread that it has led to a belief that government can't really change anything.
But hold on there, wait. So Andrew Owens just said that a while ago. There's a belief that government can't change everything or anything. But in the same speech, he say you've been told a lie that the government can give you water, can give you light, can give you road without a good economy. What was the point of him making that? I don't know nobody that is being told by anybody else that you can get all of those things without a good economy. But in this part, he's talking about, you see, every time when I listen to that brother in full speech, I hear so much discrepancies in an argument. When I really sit down and listen to him carefully, let me play that back. Let me play back.
Years elected and having to deal with constituents and voters, you get to understand the incredible level of frustration that exists in the Jamaican electorate. And that frustration is so widespread that it has led to a belief that government can't really change anything. So there are still expectations. The electorate still makes demand. But privately, the electorate still believes that sure, them just talk, sure, them just promise, sure, them just a trick way, sure, them incompetent, sure, they will never get it done. And what that has led to is not just a healthy skepticism of government, which for democracies to work, the electorate must have this healthy skepticism. But it has turned out to be more than just skepticism. It is almost a disdain and a disbelief, a lack of trust that government can deliver. Mason Hall is a community that is over 200 years old. Mason Hall came out of a plantation. The core of the lands of this community were a plantation. And from that history, it was never meant to be a developed area. The plantation was a zone of exploitation. So it was never intended that Mason Hall...
Hold on then. Again, so because Mason Hall was a plantation, it was never intended to be a developed area. But the whole of Jamaica when I want plantation. So what that mean? Jamaica wasn't meant to be developed. What is he saying? That makes sense? No, seriously, that makes sense? We must say. Yo, me tell you, you know. Yo, listen carefully to them people when they talk. Because this don't make no sense.
And a disbelief, a lack of trust that government can deliver. Mason Hall is a community that is over 200 years old. Mason Hall came out of a plantation. The core of the lands of this community were a plantation. And from that history, it was never meant to be a developed area. The plantation was a zone of exploitation. So it was never intended that Mason Hall would develop as a community. The idea behind Mason Hall was that it should be a sugar plantation with small plots and allotments for the enslaved to live and proper facilities for the plantation owner, who was by and large an absentee. But with the end of the system of slavery and the newly freed taking ownership for their community, Mason Hall started to emerge as a little district. You mentioned Adam MC.
You know, even with that added part that he put there, the reference of it being a plantation was just too far back. He never even had to go there. He never even had to go there. What was the purpose of that part of the conversation? Let's continue.
And your grandmother.
You see, this is what they call word salad, you know. In the intellectual space, they call it word salad. You're just saying stuff that is not necessary in the context of the now. The conversation is right now, we're in 2025. Mason Hall is an area that never had water, right? And the people are delighted that water is there now. That is it. We don't even know about 1926, brother, and 1960. Huh? It's like you're trying to butter it up. We never need to know about slavery, bro. We never need to know about slavery. We are post-slavery by 60 years plus. What we are doing back at slavery? The dude wasn't even born in that time. He's 53 years old. Like, what?
94 years old. So, even at her birth, Mason Hall would have been maybe 150 years old at that time. A well-established community. I go back to that history to make the point that from then till now, Mason Hall did not have a utility supply of water. Mason Hall did not have piped water.
So hey man, listen man. Yo, this dude is rich, bro. This man just went to slavery, bro, to make the point that Mason Hall didn't have any water at that time until now. Duh, bro, man. This guy is something else, man.
As one person said in the audience, all they had was a little pan. And they had to carry water. Why am I making these 2 points?
Please.
First point is that people don't believe that government can actually change things, even though they have the expectation that government should change things. And the second point is that the things that give you the greatest discomfort, the greatest pain points that you have, for example, no water. This has not been a recent occurrence. This has been going on for a long time.
Okay.
And because it has been going on for such a long time, communities are rightly in disbelief that it will ever change.
Oh, I see what he did there. He's really selling it. He's really like, man, listen, this is the greatest achievement. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you never had to get water from us. Understand? Nobody else could have done this but us. We and you. I'ma remind you that we's the one that did it. You know how I look at that? I look at that very differently. This is how I look at it. You're getting paid, and the others are getting paid millions of dollars. Jennifer, you're getting paid millions of dollars, bro, to make sure that these issues are a thing of the past, right? And given all the promises that you've made to the Jamaican people, having running water, I mean, you can imagine if they had started this process 9 years ago when they just came into power and they really shifted the landscape and gave water to every single community, or even 80%. That would have been a real legacy for Andrew, listener. Nobody else could have boast that, I gave all of the places that didn't have water for like forever, them have water now. What was the reality? The reality was that the black jumped them and a bag of selling of water and a bag of nepotism and cronyism and corruption around the selling of water. That are the reality, and but now one area that hasn't had water for a long time, which we're happy for them, obviously. He's literally milking it. He's literally milking it. If somebody said if this man really cared, he would have done this from 2016. Yeah, listen, bro, I know it's all about political points. That's the point. That's why I'm playing all of it, And that's why I'm making TikTok here, You understand? Because the argument for me in regards to this started on TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's continue.
We can't show it in the You can't show it in the on the ground.
How do we therefore really make a change in this? A change in how people see our democracy and how we deliver the goods of the democracy. Because that is what democracy must do. It must deliver prosperity. Water in your home is prosperity. Because you make that connection, you vote for water in your home.
Brother, yo, watch out. Yo, brother. Yo, my life, I'm there on the internet, brother. Relax off of them, the tricks, bro.
In a way that is not quite rational. Because as I have interacted with many voters, as I've said, I will oftentimes hear, well, if we don't get the water, that in itself is irrational.
You understand? I'm coming out with 2 votes down, you told them on the blood clot now.
And because it has been going on for such a long time,
Thanks.
communities are rightly in disbelief that it will never change.
No, so I should have carried my bomb
How
box,
do we therefore really make a change in this? A change in how people see our democracy and how we deliver the goods of the democracy. Because that is what democracy must do. It must deliver prosperity. Water in your home is prosperity. Because you make that connection, you vote for water in your home. And what it has turned out to be, this use of your vote for prosperity, is that sometimes you use the vote in a way that is not quite rational. Because as I have interacted with many voters, as I've said, I will oftentimes hear, well, if we don't get the water, That in itself is irrational.
Why is that irrational?
That if you don't get the water, you're not voting. In other words, the very power that you have to get the water, you decide that you're not going to use it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But then there is the other side of the irrational.
I see what he's saying. You should vote, people. You should vote.
If we don't get the water, I'm not going to vote for you.
That's rational.
Yeah.
That's rational. No, you see the first one, I agree with the Prime Minister on the first statement. When he says the people that say they're not going to vote if they don't get something from the government, that's irrational. What you should do is vote against the government that didn't give you what they promised to. That's actually rational. It makes sense. It's called voting for change. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen on TikTok? Can I get an amen on YouTube? Can I get an amen?
If we don't get the water, I'm not going to vote for you.
Stacy, what's up? Devon Rowe, big up everybody.
That may be, on the surface, a rational exercise for the citizen in terms of trying to hold the government to account for the water. But I'm here to tell you that is very limited.
Oh my God.
In terms of what it can actually deliver for you. And I'll tell you why.
Whose man's is this?
Because I'm certain in this audience, there are many persons who have withheld their votes because they got a promise and the water wasn't delivered. And there are many persons who changed their votes because they got a promise that water would be delivered. And up until last year when we broke ground, having either not voted or changed your vote for a promise, you still had no water. So,
you know, that logic that he just used a while ago would make sense if he actually knew if anybody didn't vote, or there could be people that just never stop voting for them, you know, and not vote for the other side, you know. That is a prevalent thing in Jamaica, you know, where the die-hearted people, if they don't get what they want from their side of the party, they just don't vote. They don't vote for the JLP if they are PNP, and they don't vote for the PFP if they are JLP. That's a very, very common thing. It's actually too common. What is in the minor column is people that actually switch their vote because you did not perform and you weren't accountable. All right, you promised us in 100 days we would get this, and we didn't get it up until now. A fixed date. Hey, Ryan Campbell, what up? A fixed date election and all of that. But yet still, you know, most of those people just decided, yo, he lied to us the first time about the 100 days. The next election are not voting for him. They don't vote for the other side. 99% of the time they don't vote for the other side. So his logic really doesn't match up in this situation where Mason is concerned, because he don't know if whoever voted for the PMP, he don't know if it's because they promised him something and didn't get it. How he's gonna know that about everybody in Mason Hall in that era? Because this is the era that he's actually having the speech. And guys, tap up the screen, huh? Double tap the screen to get the like button. And multiple people here watching, and the likes is not adding up to the people that is watching. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Better than that.
how should the citizen of Mason or any other district facing this challenge of I want the goods of democracy, how should we use our vote to secure our prosperity through the democratic process? The first thing that the enlightened voter should look for in a government is not the promise of the goodies, the water, we're going to deliver road. Any politician worth his salt can stand up on a stage and speak eloquently and promise you anything.
You mean like what you did in 2016? Yo, this man is telling on himself, bruh. These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said... He's literally telling on himself. All the shit he said in 2016 to the people of Jamaica, all the promises that he's made, He's telling you, you should not have listened to me. But now he's not really telling you that. I'm deciphering that. He's telling you not to listen to the PMP. He's telling you, yo, the PMP is trying to do what I did in 2016. I'm not saying that's what the PMP is trying to do. I'm saying he's saying that's what the PMP is trying to do. And he's flipping it. He's telling on himself by telling you that, but he already did it and was successful. He's just telling you to make sure the PMP isn't successful because it would favor him to stay in power. This man is a chess player, man. You a sly devil, bro. You are a sly devil. I give you props. That was cute. That was cute. That was cute. That was cute.
They can promise you anything.
Yeah.
And many of you are falling for it.
Oh, yes. Yes. The promises that you made to them in 2016, they fell for it, didn't they? People, the man is laughing in the face, you know. Mighty God of Daniel. What a guy. Yo, this dude is amazing, man. Yo, this is crazy.
By saying, why I'm so good, me I go change him, but why you anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
They can promise you anything.
Yes.
And many of you are falling for it. Either by saying, why I'm so good, me I go change him, but why promise me this or why I'm saying I'm going to do that. And you change your vote. And then when it don't happen, you kiss your teeth and say, politics can't do nothing. But you have
Ryan,
to
salute,
know,
bro.
as electors, looking back at this history and recognize that you have to use your vote, your authority over the politicians in a different way.
How do you do that?
You must vote for the politicians, because you can't do without the politicians. There's no way countries run without them. But you must use your vote to support the politicians that demonstrate the wherewithal to deliver. Some politicians come with wishes, and some politicians come with wherewithal. You ever heard that word before? Wherewithal, the ability, the capacity to turn promises and commitments into reality.
So if we should look at the wherewithal, Mr. Andrew Holness, of you, let's start with the first, the promises for the first 100 days. It's been 10 years, 5 years, somewhere thereabout. Whatever the case might be, those promises have not been fulfilled. So what does that say about the wherewithal for you to deliver? And what is that telling the people that are voting? Is that telling them to not vote for you in the next election? Huh? You don't say. Man, yo, cop mode kill cop, man. This is, man, listen, pause. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Boy. Now, please, I could go on, you know. The 100 days is just the easiest reference, but I really could go on. He promised us to have a government that has transparency. No transparency. We have a gag order government. We have a government that 7 more of the people outside of the Prime Minister is being investigated by the Integrity Commission, and their assets cannot be certified. So that's a big deal. You know, it really is a big deal. I don't know about you, but I need the most honest type of politicians to be my leader, because politicians already is in a place of temptation to just screw us royally. All right, so I want the most honest politician, not one that is loose making promises and is not a man or a woman of their word, and they don't stand on their word. Yeah, I can't deal with people like that. I can't deal with a leader that lets people that violate the people of Jamaica, like Floyd Green, COVID rules, show a labor right, no movement there, no charge. But everybody else that is a regular citizen got charged hundreds of thousands of dollars, even in the million, to violate COVID rules in the pandemic. But because it didn't happen to you personally, you don't care. Until it happens to you, that's when you care and want others to care. That mentality is the reason why we're in the trouble that we're in. Whatever the government does to one Jamaican, he does to all of us. Just like the situation in Portmore, that they tried to violate the Constitution again. Baldhead Wayne, what up, my brother? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Right? They violated the Constitution again, and they got caught up in the Constitutional Court, and the judge said, nope, not gonna happen. And they said, but judge, you know, we really weren't gonna go ahead with it. You know? Judge said, hello, I am gonna forbid you to go ahead with it. You won't have a choice. And then Terry Long jump up and talking about they want something. This is they have no truth in them. Anything for PR, anything to look good, but not actually the honest truth about the situation. And you wonder why, when we saw the video with the pipes being taken up, people were like, wait a minute. What? They really just did that? Oh, not again. That is the exact reaction that a lot of people had, you know. Not again. Not again have we been bamboozled by these people. Not again. That's it. So I don't understand the labor rights that go, oh, these people are mischief makers. No. They are people. They are people that have been traumatized by the lies of a corrupt government. You understand? There are people that have been traumatized by the healthcare system, killing off them brothers and them mothers and them sisters and them babies. Mr. Tufton, a healthcare system where the car that crashed on the PJ Patterson Highway 12:40 a.m. yesterday morning. The people that survived that carnage, members of their family went to Spanish Town Hospital, reported on the news, and there was no machine, no CAT scan machine at the hospital. This is the reality, and the people of Jamaica, you want a third term of that? Huh? That's what you guys are celebrating? And when you see Watergate Masonal, we're glad for Watergate Masonal, but these other substantive issues that are major issues. Water is basic, road is basic, electricity is basic. Those things are all basic things that the government is supposed to provide for our people in their country. How you doing, style meet on Bolo VNR clip? Salute to you, love. I'm also over by Bolo VNR 2.0 and I'm on TikTok. Right? So, man, listen. I could go on. Trust me, I could go on. But let's continue with what he's saying because I want to listen to the full thing.
And some politicians come with wherewithal. You ever heard that word before? Wherewithal. The ability, the capacity to turn promises and commitments into reality. They may not be the most eloquent politicians because they take their limited time to develop their skill in administration and management, in understanding problems, in managing systems and bureaucracy to actually get the results for you. I stand here as a politician, not giving you wishes and dreams. I see myself as a leader of this country whose mission it is to deliver the benefits for the people of this country, to create the wherewithal, the ability, the engine to transport the Jamaican people from poverty to prosperity.
You know how good that sounds, but after 9 years, where's the wherewithal? Where's the prosperity? The Jamaican people that are out there in the majority, are you seeing your neighbor prosper? Or are you seeing your neighbors struggling? You don't have to look too far now. You have family members. Are they prospering? Or are they struggling after 9 years? That he thinks that yo, listen, man. It sounds good, but it's not really good. Because what he's doing is actually sinking his own reputation. This is not somebody that is like Mark Golding that has never been in power, that doesn't have a record of management. Your record of management is the last 10 years. So when we actually look and give you a score, what do you think your score is going to be? Your score is not good. Your score is not good. Somebody was here a while ago said, oh, I see them giving away 2-story houses. Context matters. Oh, it's wonderful. People are getting houses. That's great. How much houses have you given away in the last 9 years? What, 230, 250, almost 300? Right. Right. Okay. All right. How about PG that gave away 10,000? That's moving the needle. 10,000 affordable houses in a year. 1 year. 200 and something in 9 years? Man, listen, bro. Let me continue. Let me continue, bro. Man, shout out to Ball. I already know this is Ballhead Wayne. Shout out to Ballhead Wayne for the PayPal, man. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you kindly. Ballhead. Oh, Timo was in the building too. Damn, Timo. Thank you for the cash out, man. Salute. I didn't see this. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. Shout out to the broskis. Always supporting. Let's continue.
And the first part of my responsibility is to ensure that we give the Jamaican people a strong economy.
All right. Strong economy.
A big trick has been played on all of you.
Oh, listen to this. Listen to this.
And that trick is that you were led to believe that the government can deliver water, road, security, healthcare, housing, education without a strong economy.
So I wanna ask. I've been asking this, but I'm gonna ask it again. Which government is he talking about? Which government came to the people of Jamaica in a campaign and said, "Listen, we're gonna give you roads. We're gonna give you all of this. We're gonna give you roads. We're gonna give you water in your pipes. We're gonna give you all of this, and we're not gonna have a good economy and still achieve that." Which government ever posited that idea to the people of Jamaica? Which government? None. Why is he making this point? It's pointless. And word salad. Just word salad. That's it. I shouldn't even call it word salad. But the other word and description is very derogative, so I just leave it to word salad. It's dirt. It cannot be consumed. Alright? What he's saying is foolishness. Nobody ever went to the people of Jamaica and said, we're going to give you all these things without a good economy. The aim was always to have a good economy. Every government that I know of, when they're presenting their budget and their ideas, it is to grow the economy. What he needs to ask, well, what I would love to ask him is why has his government not focused on agriculture? Because we're definitely not growing no economy and agriculture is dying in Jamaica. The imports are rampant. And then the allegations surrounding one of his MPs in a certain region of Jamaica is treasonous to agriculture. So, I don't know. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
They tell you this, they say it this way. Sure, you better talk about economy. Economy can't yam. Putting in your mind that somewhere there is some secret fund that the government has that they can just dip into and come and deliver. And indeed, the secret fund that the government has dipped into many times It's other people's money. Otherwise called more taxes or more debt.
So first he said there's no secret fund. Then he named the secret fund. Other people's money are more taxes. Just wanted to point that out. Contradiction.
And when you take more taxes, it's out of your pocket. And when you take more debt, they're going to take more taxes from you to pay it back. So you got tricked. And until we break this notion that somehow I can get all the roads fixed and all the water fixed and everything you want and you can get it now without focusing on the economy. Let me tell you something. The only reason why you're going to have water in your house tonight, in your shower, is because we have the economy that produces the resources to be able to do this.
All right, so this is a key point of this actual presentation, because he said the only reason why you're going to have water in your pipe tonight. Who in Mason Hall had water in their pipe? Nobody. They haven't registered yet. According to what Mr. Matty Samuda said, they have to register. They have to register. So there wasn't any water in their pipes, like he said. The only reason why they're gonna have water in their pipes tonight, that same night when he left. But they took out the pipes and they turned off the water, and the people has not registered for water yet. So how could they have water in their pipes? Again, you see how people listening to him and then seeing a video where they might take out the pipe would make them feel like, say, what, wait, we get tricked. It's like it's like, I don't know if the people are the people that are attacking me on TikTok are really thinking and listening to what the Prime Minister is saying. The man told the people right there in the presentation, the reason why you're getting water in your pipe tonight is because of good economy. So they should be expecting water in their pipes. But wait a minute. Why didn't he tell them they had to register? Obviously, nobody couldn't register yet. And if anybody did register, why only a few was told I was given the green light to register? Because the flyer that I have up on TikTok right now, it says Thursday, April 3rd, 25th, 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are coming to you. So they are going to the people in Mason Hall to door to see who wants to get registered to get water. So why did he say that? Could that be perceived as misleading? Not saying it was his intention to mislead them, but could it be perceived as misleading? And then the people, again, that came to the conclusion that they came to are not bad mind. Is it possible? Bro, man, listen, bro. I'm telling you right now. These questions are rhetorical. I hope you know that. You're supposed to know the answer. Real time.
So not only can the economy yam, the economy can drink. And if we don't have a good economy,
Yo, Thomas has body fake, brother. The man said the economy can yam and it can drink. You know, here. Then you know hear the man. Brother, it's at the PBS website. This is a government website. What are you talking about? This is a government website. Come and look at the screen. And them film the Prime Minister said that.
the economy yam, the economy can drink.
Sure.
Because we have the economy
Listen
that
to the man, brother.
produces the resources to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So not only can the economy yam,
The economy can drink.
drink.
Him say so, no me say so.
And if we don't have a good economy, you can't yam and you can't drink.
If we don't have a good economy, you can't yam and you can't drink. Well, not necessarily. If you are self-reliant and you start farming and you have land, you can sustain yourself without a good economy. At least you're gonna have food. You might not have. Oh shit! I'm not trying to do row. I'm not trying to do no tap screening right now. Sorry, and I apologize, row. Salute to you, baby. Anyway, back to what I was positing. So the economy can name and it can drink, people here.
What has this government done? We have spent the time to ensure that we have a strong economy. So I can stand here this Friday, as I did the Friday before, and the Friday before, and the Friday before, and the Friday before, and the Friday before, one after the other.
Pull it down, miss.
Turn
We don't
it on,
want any problems. We don't want any problems. Don't want no problem. Listen me now. We don't want any problem. No problem at all, we don't want. Alright? Yeah man, you have to make sure so you step in through the door. Fully clothed. Alright? We don't need any problems in the place, man. Me and stomach figure pull off man after you. Like a wild animal, like a beast. In stomach, you say now pull nobody off her. Stomach not easy, man. Someone say, man, him no business today, no tickers. You're on your own, so make sure you put on your clothes. Anyway, back to my life. That was a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we have to address that very serious issue. Yes, sir? Let's continue.
Commissioning new water system, handing over houses, looking at roads on the spot that is going to be repaired, breaking ground for a housing scheme. Come on, man. It is the economy that has done that. It is the good government of Jamaica that has done that.
So people, what the Prime Minister is saying is that they are doing a lot. They are doing so much. And you guys should be grateful. I want to ask you, are you guys grateful? Do you guys feel the prosperity? Do you guys feel the good economy that can yam and drink? Are you guys feeling it? Huh? Are you guys feeling it? Are you feeling the great economy? The economy that can yam and the economy that can drink? Can you feel it? Come on, man. Any other man say, come on, man. Like, what more do you want me to do? I'm doing the best I can. And I can't do no more. I can't do no more. I can't do no more. Brother, I'm up on the live. Jesus. And I be about the course, brother. See what? I go think some have my mic in one place.
So I hear some people talking, and you know, again, democracy, you listen to everybody. But they still don't understand that Jamaica has changed. The mentality has changed. But more importantly, the mentality of the leadership of Jamaica has changed.
All right, so I'm not going to argue a mentality change. But how is your mentality change serving the people of Jamaica and Johannes? Is it a good mentality change? Did you mentally change to sell us out to the Chinese? I don't know. What's the mental change? I hope you're going to explain it after this, because this is my raw reaction. So maybe you explain it. So let's continue.
But budgets after budgets after budgets have been read in Parliament, and politicians have stood up and say, I will give $1 billion to young people. Well, but they also said I'll give $1 billion as a grant to young people for their first deposit. Very laudable. Nobody can argue with that. They have said they would give meals every day on the PATH program or school feeding program, all kinds of promises.
Yeah.
And you don't think I would want to do those things?
You would want to?
But for the first time in the history of Jamaica, a sweet-mouthed politician would have stood up and made sweet promises. But because this government has changed the culture of budgets, we took the time to cost it.
Yeah, you took the time to cost it, but your costing was inaccurate. Because Favour Williams, honestly, said $2,000 in 3 years will give us $2,000 a month in 3 years would give us $74,000. That's what Favour said, you know. I didn't say that. Favour said that. But the accurate number is 72,000, not 74. That's the first thing. And she went on to say that's a tidy sum of money that can buy a little Pro Box or pay down on a little Pro Box. You know, a Pro Box is obviously over $1 million. Some of them are almost 2 or over 2. A fraction of a fraction or a percentage of a vehicle like that for you to pay down on it is definitely not $72,000 or $74,000. Yes? The other part of that was nonsensical from Favour is that the people that she's talking about, the majority of them need the $2,000 right now. But let's say them ban them belly and them find one way of pay the high level light bill them and the rent. So them find a way to do that and then still save the $2,000. The cost of living is going up, it's not going down. There's no growth in the economy. So how is that individual going to wait for 3 years to pay down on the Pro Box? When is the next payment going to be made? Because them can't find no money, you know. When is the next payment going to be made, guys? For the car with the matter code and pay down on. One next 3 years? And when people rubbish those ideas and that foolishness that she talk, them say I attack woman, them say, she say what the people were saying is rubbish. When the man in a town and Spanish town, I say, yo, load up a Favour, one more night Favour. Them say, yo, oh, those people are this and this and that. And me tell herself a chat foolishness. And the government of Jamaica has decided to back the foolishness 100%. And act as if they don't know that we know that they know, say a foolishness Favour say. Yeah, just to save face. Just to be a PR government. That them do. That them do, you know. Toughy, them rough boy, man. I tell you, them rough. These guys are amazing.
The price on it to see whether or not if these promises make sense.
They do.
Because in the long run and in what they have proposed in the short run, is you go and pay for it. Because you may believe.
Hold on there. First of all, the Jamaican people that is out here, haven't we been paying for everything? Don't we pay taxes? So how are you going to scare the people into, oh, and you're going to pay for it? We have been paying for everything. Your security where you have as a prime minister, your flights them where you take overseas is our tax dollars pay for it, you know. We have been paying for everything. That's what the people tax dollars do, pay for everything. So what is your point if the PNP comes up with a plan that actually benefits the people that they are going to pay for? What is the problem with paying for something that's going to benefit me? You see, they don't have any argument, for the policies that the PNP have put in play. They wish they were the ones that came up with the ideas. But the PNP were so strategic and them realized that them love thief idea, so them wait till them reach all the way down to the budget to put it on the national screen, their ideas. So now it is documented nationally for the world to see, and they cannot now steal those ideas anymore and make them their own, as they've done before with many other ideas that people like Mr. Damian Crawford has put out there. You understand? So they can't say, no man, that's not a good idea. What they want to do is say, no, that idea is too expensive. What if the people of Jamaica say, you know what, no matter what the expense is, for my child, the first child in my house that qualifies for a degree, the government is going to pay for it. Well, I'm paying for it anyway, so make him get a degree. When the man say I'm going to build 10,000 homes in a 1 year, and we are paying for the same way, mortgagee, make it 10,000 homes, then we can pay a rent to mortgage. That is a policy that is going to help the people to have own home. And we are paying for it anyway. Right? It's our tax dollars is paying for it. So what is the point, Andrew Holness? What is the point? You don't have no point. You cannot fight the budget that the PNP put out because it's an excellent budget. It's a budget that targets farming so we can increase productivity. Right? The weed business open up so we can sell medical marijuana. We can use the same marijuana to make medicine that is too expensive from overseas or is too short out here and don't have access to for many different ailments. Even people that are paralyzed and certain people have certain pain. You know how much things that weed can do? Marky J come open up the weed industry. And him did open it up the first time, make people now get locked up for one spliff. Big up Marky G. That time in the day behind the scenes as a lawyer. And him line out the legislation. Right? These are just some of the things that the man them are going to do. Them are going to help out the pensioners them. Right? Flat rate for them water. Zine, them are going to fix the electricity situation, which is easy to fix. Because of the JLP frig up that in the first place. When Ali Shah come in, him go to Babson, change up one thing. Me have it on my computer, my next computer. I go to Babson, annul one hack. And from him do that, the thing goes so, light bill goes so. And right now we still pay them high light bill because of Ali Shah. These are facts. These are facts. So them think they are easy fix. That's why I said that this government is doing what they're doing on purpose. I don't know where their allegiance lie, but it's not with the people. Right? Even the healthcare system. The man them have an AC unit in a one building where the kids them supposed to use, a hospital where the kids them use. And the AC unit cannot fix all now till a doctor or doctors came down to do charity work and give away free surgeries that most Jamaicans will never be able to afford in the United States if they was to go there. Only people who have some big money can afford them surgery there. And the man them couldn't do them work because there was no AC. There was a young girl, or a young lady, you want to see her bank hook up like some, looking at her back. I don't remember what they call it, sclerosis or something like that. But looking at her back, you could literally, you feel sorry for her, you can feel her pain. You can literally feel the girl pain looking at the young lady. And she was supposed to be scheduled to get a surgery. But because an AC unit that has not been fixed for how much years, right? Is not fixed. And then Christopher Tufton have the audacity to come in front of the media and say, well, you know, there is a part and we can't get this. And bro, let me tell you something. You have doers and you have people who make excuses. You can't, that should have been a priority. Fix the freaking AC, bro. The man them have to go back home. These people even carried on equipment, money, medication to the government and give them aid. All you had to do is fix the AC, my guy. Just the AC. And that little girl would have gotten surgery. The freaking AC, bro. And these are the people that want to come tell us about third term. You must be mad here, man. You see me now? Let me continue to play this. I'm crazy, man. One freaking AC can't fix. If you picking them get free surgery, Huh? Accident happened last night, Sunday morning. People in got Spanish Town Hospital, no scan, what them call the CAT scan machine now work. No ambulance, no there. 35,000 family have to pay for move them people. Not sure what's up, bro. To remove their people from the hospital and carry them somewhere else where them can get a CAT scan done. Like seriously. And then we ship out the blouse and skirt Cuban doctor them. And the LK system already jeopardized. LK system are run like off at 25% right now. Critical stage, almost dead. Zine.
That the promises are free.
Hey, bartender, tell the people them send me to have the music here. Because I don't know this man I chat off him out say. Just because he don't like what I say. No, that the man they come talk about me shut off music.
The long-suffering people of Mason Hall.
Me I use up the time and me have with the music off. I'm ready to turn on the music, but turn off for me I do. No, that brother they in there so I don't even know. I just invite me a while ago. Whitney, Winston, big up.
$1 additional more in taxes.
So I not pay them no mind. I just answer them when I feel like it. Me say if you want to turn on the music and your business that, you can turn off for me, I turn off. Nobody can style me. That me I tell you. Simple thing for me today, so you know, bro.
And I know some of them are
that them for know.
frustrated. I recall going to a lovely community in South St. James, and a young lady came to me and she said, you know, Prime Minister, I work in a supermarket in Montego Bay. You know, my pay isn't much, and I have to pay something like $12,000 for a
truth I hurt them money, you know? That's a them problem. They don't like when they talk truth about the government, but they must support.
I understand. And then a gentleman came up, a taxi driver, and he said to me, Prime Minister, if we don't get the water, no vote. And of course, you know, all of these things, they stay with me. I go back when I have some quiet time and I reflect, and I say, all right, now let me see how I can speed it up. But it represents the underlying challenge of our electorate. You know, the lack of trust, the high level of frustration, but the kind of politics that has not yet caught up to truly hold politicians to account. The kind of agency that we need to exercise, which means we own this country. And each and every one of you has a duty to act responsibly in how we exercise that ownership, especially over our leadership. What we must hold the leadership to account for, yes, is the water, but that's just the surface. That's what you see in front of you. Behind that is the wherewithal. And you need to start, as a people, to hold your government to account for a good economy. Because it is not...
You know what's funny? What's funny about this argument, you know, ladies and gentlemen, is that the good economy that he's boasting is in a recession for one, and has had no growth in a long time. No growth. That's the good economy he's talking about. He's talking about an economy that is stagnant. But let's give him that. The economy is strong. The basis of which the economy is strong is because of the fiscal rules that was, one, put down by the PMP, and to their credit, that they had to agree to because it was legislation. They had to agree to the terms. They all signed off on it. So the fiscal discipline and the fiscal prudence that he's boasting is not a product of his discipline, but a product of the legislation written down to keep the discipline. Yes? And if broken, it's going to be identified pretty easy that you did break it, because the law is there. You understand? So when they say that, oh, you know, the PMP is going to break the bank with their budget, the PMP has to follow those same fiscal laws that they put down. So they can't use the budget in a certain way, if you understand what I'm saying. That's why the laws are put there to maintain that type of order. And the PNP is well aware of that. So don't let these people gaslight you into scaring, oh my God, we're gonna have FinSoc 2.0, which is nonsense as well, but I won't get into that. All I'm saying is the laws are there, the rules are there to guide the government. All they have to do is follow those fiscal rules and the bank won't be broken. Good? Good. All right, let's continue.
The good wishes of the politician that delivers the water. It is the wherewithal of the economy that delivers that water to you. So we are going to be delivering under the same project here to the people in Agualtaville, Jordan Run, that scheme in southeastern St. Mary, in Albert Town, Ulster Spring, in southern Trelawney, Union Balaclava, the Union Balaclava scheme in northeastern St. Elizabeth, in Port Morant, Erie Castle, the Port Morant, Erie Castle
Thank you
scheme,
for the follow.
in eastern St. Thomas, in Green Park and Higginstown, and that is the bamboo scheme in southeastern and northwestern St. Anne. So these communities are going to benefit similarly to how the people in Mason Hall today feel very happy. So my friends, I just thought I would share these few thoughts with you. And I hope that as you enjoy the water, as you cook running in your indoor kitchen, and as you turn on the shower in your bathroom, and you say, shower, shower.
Wait, again. He's speaking like they have water in their pipes that time. Didn't somebody tell me that they had to register? Look at the screen, people. I didn't even know he said this. When you go into your bath tonight, shower. Again, the politics. Because, JLP says shower. Yo, that's funny. Bro, I don't understand, bro. How is he saying this and they never had water in their pipes that night?
Thoughts with you. And I hope that as you enjoy the water, as you cook running in your indoor kitchen, and as you turn on the shower in your bathroom.
Come on, Mr. Wholeness. Nobody in Mason Hall could have water because according to your MP, Mr. Mati Samuda, they have to register first. And what you're suggesting is that somebody registered. So if somebody registered already, why wasn't it a wide scale registering? If they could register before the ceremony, why people wouldn't want to register? They haven't had water in how many years? That don't make no sense, brother. Yo, me can't tell you how me love water, so me can't just imagine if me living in one place like that and no water is there, and finally water come, I find it 10,000. Make sure me get first. You hear me, General? My house first. Yeah. Me I tell you, if I even squeeze him, you want something, my General. Just that yard there first? Yeah. Alright? I swear to God. So if he must say, he must talk like people have water that them pipe the night there. And then you see the video that make it worse. Me just try to show you how people could be thinking when listening to what the Prime Minister said in his speech and then the action with the video. So it does require some explanation, which they have now given, but with arrogance. So I'm here to pipe them down. I'm here to pipe down the foolishness, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, man.
And you say, shower.
Show up. Who that?
You will remember.
Anybody in Jamaica, man.
The sweet promises of politicians.
Who that? We labor at them. You know, must labor at them. I must labor at them. People from Mason Hall on the vex. What make uno vex? Eh? Because people are questioning thing. What make uno vex? Yeah, man. That's a them problem. That's why they don't get water all long now. Because of them type of energy. They got not sleep, you know? But anyway, when we are talking truth, people are going to vex and other circle. Truth earth who can't take it of his spirit. Somebody said from my barn, before Andrew, I see water surround this country. I know it's a gift from Andrew. I know now it's a gift from Andrew. Yo. No, sir. As me I say, the people them should I get a link from before the commissioning. I make them register for them water and just solidify the whole commissioning. I make some people come and interview and say, yo, I get water in my pipe after how much years. Big up Andrew. Big up Matty Samuda. And so the man them should have do the thing. Else there would have been no confusion about the water. No confusion should have done it. Somebody say Andrew bring water.
Which have been broken over and over again because your 94-year-old grandmother would probably recall several times that politicians have made promises. What matters is the economy. And
yeah, me I say, touch not thy anointed and do thy prophet no harm. And don't even wish the prophet harm, yeah? Not because I disagree with my questioning about what going on in the area. And it never have to be me all. Any area at all would I question it. No business. Me no business about, I don't care about people's affiliation to the party. I care about the procedure in which them do things. Right? Communication. Doing the thing the right way. You understand what I say? Not because I want political season. You know what I mean? And there's so much allegations surrounding the buying of votes. It's ridiculous. So Jamaica, I still sell vote. I still take money from the politician them and I promise them on the vote. And I still do that. Because according to Andrew in this video, you know, we have been tricked. So now I'm going to continue to make the politician do the old type of politics them and trick, you know. And I'll continue to do that. That's what I'm going to do. And then, on the turn around and the grand pit them, they in slavery. Because them sell out to some people for around one part. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. For that, no plan for those, make me know, you know. Yeah, man, I'm going to left Jamaica. That's how I go on. Give me some ice there. If I that, just make me know. If you don't make up on your mind, say, a third term for Andrew, just let me know. I can't just left Jamaica from now. You know, I really love the country and everything and I don't want to run. But much like back in the day when PMP was linking with Cuba and the rich people them decide say they don't want to be associated with them type of something there. Well, I same thing me have to go do. One banana boat, something sneaking on a ship, something. But if you decide, say, when I go get that them and they want third term, me I left Jamaica, just let me know from now. Let me start pop, me look at two compens them and start process things and make the exit plan. Just give me a signal. You understand? Give me one signal, man. Beam the light, beam the green light, go so. And beam the green light. Just go like this. You see that? Beam the green light to me. Yo, Bolo, no matter what you say. You know, say we are go about business with that third term, yeah, man. You know, there's nothing, nobody, not even God can stop it. So the whole 100% of Jamaica say third term. So if I that not do, I wanna just make me know, see? Let me hear this someone have to say.
need to ensure that you cast your vote for the leaders who will keep the economy strong, who will grow the economy, and who will use the benefits of the economy for you. That is how you need to vote.
Using the benefits of the economy to us. How do the people determine when you use the benefits of the economy to us? The Auditor General's audit, isn't that a key indicator to prove that the money that you have taken in different ministries was actually used for the purpose intended and there wasn't any skullduggery? I'm just asking. I'm kind of sure that that's what it was for. The Auditor General, you know her? That lovely lady? Yes? When she does an audit of the ministries and the municipalities, you're supposed to have receipts that you use the money for this, and this, and this. But if you don't have the receipts, doesn't that leave room for speculation that there might be some skullduggery? And then when you see the years pass of the amount of receipts that have not been given, then isn't that more cause for suspicion? Isn't that eroding the bridge of trust between the taxpayer and the politician? Especially when they have 28 bank accounts and their things cannot be certified. All of these things piled up into one does not look good. It's not good. You can't stand on telling us that we have a good economy when you have those variables to contend to. Because we don't know how good the economy can actually be if we don't have a receipt to where the money is going. Say for instance, this is just a hypothetical situation. That means it's make-believe for those that don't know and understand what hypothetical means. This is a make-believe scenario. The money that was used in municipalities that was run by the government, this present government, when they did contracts, the money that they said they paid for the item was actually less. They paid less for the item. And the extra money skimmed off went to someone else. If that happens, this is why the receipts are important, right? If that happens, what we're having is we could have had a better economy and in a better place with the economy, because the money that was skimmed off, you're robbing us and you're robbing the development of the country. No matter how good the economy is, we could have been better. And that's important because it means that more people that was in need, elders, children, a lot of kids, the PAD program, getting good, food, nutritious food to eat while being at school. I saw some dishes from the PAD program in a certain area, some lunches. I played it on my platform. It was a disgrace. It's dog food, literally. The presentation, everything. You can look, it's just, you understand? Yeah, it look like paste pan flour. Yo, Jano. Anyway, I'm just saying, that's why it's important to give the Auditor General all the necessary things that she requires, so she can go and tick you off and say, great job, guys, right? Great job. You see, it's all about accountability at the end of the day, That's what it's all about, accountability. But some people just don't want to be held accountable.
So I urge you that as you consider your options and your choices, choose what is best for Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. God bless you and thank you.
Yeah, I really do hope that the people choose what is best for Jamaica. And you have to make that assessment for yourself. If you think that what is happening now in our day-to-day is what is best for Jamaica, well, continue to vote for that. But if you want to change that, you have to get up, stand up, and vote for change. Yes? And that is it. That is the essence of it all. So we went through the speech. We already know the response that Matthew Samuda gave. I believe again that the situation was escalated because of a lack of communication. Alright? I really do believe it's a lack of communication that caused the situation to escalate on the social media. So the government just needs to communicate better with the people. And these issues won't be any major issues. And them now have to cuss out people and talk about them bad mind and want to kill people because of them opinion and them something. Them not have to do all of these. The support of them not have to do all of those things. Yes? Because you don't listen. You just hear one part of something and you run with it. And then somebody come telling you something and then you run with it again. Why you never got Olympics? You don't want to run with it set of people. Get the full context of things, man. Get the full context. Go through the whole entire. That's why when I see the video the first time, I say, yo, you know, say, I don't really believe this. This can't be true. And I started the live, and the live was an investigation live. That's what the live was about, an investigation live. But again, a lot of people have a problem with accountability. But that's what I wanted to posit. I wanted to do this earlier, you know, but when I came here, the music was up, and then you see the music turn off. So I just decided to do a live. I never turn off the music to do a live. The music was turned off, and then I do a live. You understand? That's how it went down. If the music never turn off, I'm going to do no live. You understand? Yeah, very good. So, TikTok, big up on yourself. I'm out. What is under my nose? I'm out. Bolo VNR clips. What is under my nose? I'm out. Yeah. Matthew Samuda, you're out. Matthew Samuda off ice cream. Off of the screen, Matthew Samuda. Alright, people. God bless you now. Charge up my system them. Have yourself a good night. Zane? And depending upon me see what I go on in a space, you know, later down in the night, you never know. And happy April Fool's Day. Only kids alone get fooled on April Fool's Day. Oh, and my sweetheart, my darling, my best friend, it's her birthday tomorrow. Nicole, big up yourself. Anywhere you're there, in the world, right now. May I make sure sing happy birthday for now and celebrate for now. Might all call you late in the night. I might call you later in the night. Pre-birthday talks. Hopefully you're not at work. Knowing you might be. When the birthday is like, yeah, I gotta work. Still like me. But yeah, I only wish you the best. I got a ton of love and respect for you. Now and always. So I wish he was in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I wish he was in Jamaica, but like I said, I'll call you and sing happy birthday. Or I'll just leave a voice note. One out of the two. But excitement tonight. Excitement as the clock strikes 12. Excitement tonight. Bag a pitch up on status and beer things. Far where I come from, you know? We're coming from afar. So I'm kinda done with Mason Hall. After this. Yeah. Glad for them have water. All them have to do now is just register. And that's it. And all I have to say again to the government, communicate better with the people. So these confusing situations don't become an issue on YouTube or any social media for that matter. Yeah. Definitely won't be going to. Well, I've never been there, but I don't have any intention to go there. Never been there, don't have any intention to go there. And I'll leave it at that. Damn. Today is Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle's Memorial Day? Not Memorial Day, but you know what I mean. He was unalive today. Shout out to DMV. Crazy. Nobody running on me, sir. No, but nobody running on me, please, cause me. It's not that truck. It's not that truck, sir. No, I'm up on my life, man. I just at anything now. So people, big up on yourself and see you in April. If you don't see me in April, pre-April, that's what I mean. I might not go live for the rest of the night, so see them in April. No, we're not fool, that's so. I mean, them there for young people business. They do them, there's full days they're over. So yeah, that's a water, man. What you talking about? Someone ain't easy. No, sir. People, my respect. Look at where you are, man. Bless up on yourself.